My lovelies, it is finally that time of year again. The time where we take all the big, chunky and cashmere sweaters that we have out of our wardrobes. But let's also be realistic, because neither you or I want to be spending loads of money kind of building a new spring wardrobe, because that's so unnecessary. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some of the pieces that I'm taking either from the winter that I've been using that are really useful for the spring, or things that you can get or probably already have in your summer wardrobe that you could actually layer up and use for spring. Let's get into it. Our first pit stop is obviously tops. And with tops, we have different categories, right? We have our shirts, we have our blouses, we have our t-shirts, and we have our kind of more knitwear. So in terms of shirts, there are several types of shirts that you can use. You have the really fitted ones like this one that I have here. These look absolutely amazing for a more formal look, I would say. If you're working in an office, if you want to look like very pretty for the weekend and you're going brunch with your friends, or just, you want to be out and about but looking very kind of well put together and expensive, this is the perfect option for it. You definitely cannot go wrong using this with anything that is like more wide at the bottom. So I would say like a tailored pair of trousers or like a wide pair of jeans, something like that. I would not recommend wearing it with anything tight at the bottom, just because the proportions are not going to look right, and then you're just gonna look a little bit too tight. But this one in particular is a Zara one that I absolutely love and recommend. I'll put the link in the description, because for the price point, it looks really well. Then we have another shirt, but this time are wide shirts. This is more for a much more relaxed look. I would never use this to try and look elegant. It's not the same as elevated, so you can still look elevated and well put together with something like this if you wear it in the right way. So avoid wearing it with like very wide trousers, or tuck it in the right way if you're going to use it with something wide, because otherwise you're just going to look like you're floating around, and you also don't want that. And the good thing with these ones is that they'll serve you really well from spring to autumn to summer in places like the UK, where it doesn't get like scorching hot. So it's a type of shirt that you will use for your weekends, loads and loads and loads. And now we go into our blouses. This one that I'm wearing is a very recent one from Zara. I think they still have it on their collection, and it's literally almost the same thing as this. It's a different tone, different end of the sleeves, and a little bit more puffy sleeves. But again, it has that romantic vibe that I really, really love during the spring. It gives it a little nice switch and vibe. But at the same time, you can use these shirts during the winter or during the summer. In the winter, you can put a blazer on top, and in the summer, just with some shorts. It'll help you look so much better than if you were just wearing something sleeveless. Next up, we can't forget about our t-shirts, because they're good for any time of the year. I mean, obviously for winter, they're like not the greatest idea, but spring, summer, autumn, you can dress them up, you can dress them down. They are absolutely fabulous. I have this one here, which again, surprise, surprise, is from Zara. The fabric is more of a knitted type fabric, so it is better for like office environments where you want to look a little bit more elegant and less like cotton t-shirt, because I work at a bank, and so therefore that's kind of my style. But if you work in a place that is more relaxed, then I wouldn't worry about it too much and just get a good cotton t-shirt. And for that, I totally recommend this one. And I think I've said it 1,000 times in this channel. This COS t-shirt has literally changed my life. I think this is the second or third year that I have it. Like, when have you ever thought of having a t-shirt for so long and it still looks super white? It's absolutely perfect. It's like a boxy style. So when you tuck it into your jeans or into your trousers, it's so the vibe. It's so good. And last but not least, in our knit category, we have our little cardigans. If you know me and you've ever seen me dress, I freaking love cardigans. They give such an elevated vibe when you want to look relaxed but also well put together. And ones like this that are like a cream type of color with some like black lines or a little detail that makes them look more expensive. So whenever you go to your typical Zara, Mango, H&M, try and look for styles that kind of imitate or kind of reflect the style of the more expensive designers that I mentioned before. For the second category, I've moved rooms so I can show you a little bit with more space. And the first thing that I'm gonna be taking from my winter wardrobe into my spring and possibly summer wardrobe are, drumroll please, tailored wide leg trousers. If you know me already, you know I am literally obsessed with these trousers. These particularly are the Abercrombie ones, and I know they're a little bit of an investment, but if you were to spend money on any pair of trousers, I would totally say do it on these ones. I have 3 colors now. I have the black and the blue that I've used all throughout the winter, and literally if you haven't seen me in these already, you haven't seen me. It's literally the only thing I wear. They fit so nicely and so perfectly. And for spring and summer, I bought the cream ones because they are so versatile when you want to look kind of more fresh and more vivid and give your outfit a little bit of life without going too crazy and going like too bold colors, because that's just not my style, so I wouldn't do it. So I think these cream trousers do give me also a bit of a sense of class that it's different of what you achieve with a dark pair of trousers. These ones with any of the shirts, blouses, cardigans, everything that I showed you before, with these will look absolutely great. I am gonna be honest, I am kind of obsessed lately with the wide look, and Reese would tell you that he doesn't like it and he likes everything super tiny and tight, but fashion comes first. And so wide trousers it is. This time it's not trousers, it's jeans. They're high-waisted, wide jeans, and they are the best pair of jeans I've ever bought. I'm honestly a big fan of kind of like straight jeans as well for certain things, but they don't look nearly as elevated as a pair of wide jeans will look. And also shoe-wise, not to worry, trainers look amazing, loafers look amazing, sandals will look amazing in the summer for sure. Like, there is nothing these jeans can't take on. And last but not least in this bottoms category are maxi skirts. This one in particularly is a satin one that I bought from Karen Millen not long ago. And to be honest, it is so gorgeous. It fits so nicely. But I am gonna be honest, I'm not a big skirt person, so I really struggle styling skirts because I'm not used to it. So what I would say with these type of skirts, if you're a trouser girly like I am, then I would make sure that you feel comfortable when you're wearing it. For me, how I feel comfortable with these skirts are more on an informal type look, and mostly in the summer. But if you want to make the most of your skirts and not just leave them for the 2 or 3 months of summer, then spring is the best time for you to wear them with a pair of trainers and like a t-shirt and then like a little jacket on top or something like that. A shirt also will look really nice with this, and a pair of loafers. So you can do loads of styles with these type of skirts if you dare to try and you dare to get out of your comfort zone. You will look and feel amazing. It'll just feel a little bit weird at first, like it does feel for me, but these are a great addition to your spring wardrobe that you will of course for sure take on onto your summer wardrobe. Our third category is outerwear. And for outerwear, we're gonna focus on bringing pieces from the winter that we used as blazers, and also taking out from the wardrobe our trench coats. Okay, let's start with the obvious, our classic trench coats. Different styles. This one, for example, is a more classic look, a bit more of a Sherlock Holmes, like I call it. And then we have these other more like raincoat style, I would say. And this looks more like a jacket that a banker would be wearing in the city in London. But trust me, when you wear it in the right moment, it looks so good. If you're thinking of purchasing a trench coat because you don't have a good one or one that you particularly like at the moment, I would say maybe go for this style at first, because this is literally a style you can't, it's not like hit or miss, it's literally like hit every single time. They are so beautiful, and regardless of the brand that you buy, they all make literally like 99% of every kind of high street brand makes a trench coat right now that will potentially look good on you. The thing I would say with this trench coat is make sure that the fit is not super oversized, because otherwise it won't give you that classy and classic look. It'll just be way more like trendy, and you'll get tired of it the next year, I can guarantee you. Our classic oversized blazer is another one that can't be missed in your spring wardrobe, and I'm sure that you already had one of these for the winter, or maybe last winter, maybe last spring. Get it out, start using it as like an outerwear piece, so like a coat, because they will actually look so good. It's like a little jacket. I have a whole video on how to style these kind of blazer. It was done in the winter, but as you can see, loads of the pieces that I did that video with are actually being featured in this video as well. So it's all about kind of recycling and reusing our wardrobe as intelligently as we can to not have to spend loads of money, but still look very, very well put together. Another thing that I've used as outerwear more than just like a blazer or like a jacket over in spring is this little babies that everyone was so crazy about during the winter and during last autumn. And then last for this category is our little cashmere cardigans. So this is a bit of a tricky one, because obviously we've used cashmere throughout the whole winter. We're probably a little bit tired of it, but there are certain pieces that if you love and they're good quality, you want to make the most of them as long as you can. This cardigan here, for example, is not full-on cashmere, it's a Massimo Dutti one, but it has lasted me for so long, really nicely as well. And it's so versatile because I can wear it with like a t-shirt and some jeans. I can wear it like this closed. In the spring, I wouldn't just wear this because it will get too hot when you go into places, but as a piece of outerwear, as a little jacket, it will actually serve you really well with a t-shirt underneath. So I would totally wait to put these in a box or put them away for a little bit longer until it actually starts being hot enough so that you don't really need anything, to cover yourself. And last but not least, shoes. Spring is the time of year where we leave all our boots, our Uggs, everything that is super covered aside and in the wardrobe, and take out our really beautiful, classy and delicate shoes that we own. So one pair of shoes that I literally try to make the most from now and until the end of the summer is these little heeled open back shoe that you probably had already last spring and last summer because they were such a hit. I'm telling you, they're coming back, and if they don't, I don't think this is a shoe that is like a trend or that can be just a trend for 1 year. They look so elevated and so nice, and with your trousers, with your skirt, with the skirt, they look so good, and with some like more fitted trousers for work and stuff, they will look absolutely amazing. Loafers, which are my favorite shoe ever. I have way too many pairs of these. But what I would say for spring is you can start taking a little bit more risks and start using your kind of crazier or flashier colors, because they will look so much more appropriate this time of year. In terms of ballerinas, I know they're not for everyone, but if you are into ballerinas, now is the time to start wearing them and actually really enjoying them, because they're so open in the foot that during the winter, I do not dare to wear them anymore. In terms of colors, I would definitely start being a little bit more crazy as well, like with the loafers, and start wearing my more metallic colors, my more light colors like this pink, or start wearing some with a little heel, which look a little bit more elegant and a little bit more elevated, but it doesn't mean these ones are not good enough. They'll both look amazing. It just depends on what is the vibe that you want. I wear these more for the office and these more for the weekend. And then our trainers. Spring in the UK particularly is a crazy time of the year, because in the morning it can be super sunny and then in the afternoon it'll be literally pouring rain. So I would say that you can try and be brave with your canvas shoes, but I would be really careful and check the weather before you go out, because otherwise you're literally gonna get soaked. But if you want to go on the safe side, something like this are gonna be your best friend during the season and the summer. As you can see here, what I'm trying to highlight as well is the flat sole shoes are gonna be your best friend this season, because they're gonna look less chunky, they're gonna look nicer with everything that you're gonna wear, and they're gonna make you look a little bit more delicate. Given you're not gonna be wearing a lot of clothes on top of each other, you will want a little bit more of an aesthetically pleasing and more delicate and sophisticated look rather than chunkier trainers. And there you have it. That's how you build a spring wardrobe with minimum investment and having pieces that will last you for way longer than just one season, and that you'll be able to wear time and time again, and it'll be worth investing in them. I appreciate your time today. As always, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more videos like this. I do this for fun. I love helping people feel their best, so it fills me with joy when people subscribe and want to see what I'm creating. So give it a click, and any comments, questions, just in the bottom. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Mwah! I'll see you in the next video.